YouTube, man, what's rocking with y'all, man? It's your boy, Young KD, man. Back at it with another video. You already know that. But yeah, today we're going to get into the mixing. And I'm going to show y'all how important the mix is in the song. And I'll be showing y'all some of my old rough draft mixes. And then when I came and remixed it and mastered it. So y'all stay with me, man. We're going to go through this process step by step. Okay, but first things first, I'm going to let y'all see it firsthand what a good mix sound like versus a bad mix. Now, I'm not a professional. I say this all the time. Y'all should get tired of me saying that by now. But I'm pretty decent on Bandlab, so y'all listen to the mix I did at first, and then when I came back and revisited it to make it sound better.
When I pull up, I've been gone too long. True or false, right or wrong. Feel like Weezy F, baby, spray you up like cologne. I put one in your dome, then I run through your home. I thought he told the pussy ass nigga, leave me alone. Ballin' hard, nigga sitting on the fucking bench. Smoking off some runs, and it came with a stench. When I pull up, I've been gone too long. True or false, right or wrong. Feel like Weezy F, baby, spray you up like cologne. I put one in your dome, then I run through your home. I thought he told the pussy ass nigga, leave me alone. Ballin' hard, nigga sitting on the fucking bench. Smoking off some runs, and it came with a stench.
Alright, boys and girls, so now that y'all heard that right there, you can tell that the mix plays a very important role in the song. Honestly, the most important role. And where a lot of people mess up at is they try to just mix the vocals. You have to mix the beat too to make it fit with your vocals. It's not just gonna automatically fit. So y'all stay with me through this process. Okay, and once I start getting into the presets that I use, I don't want y'all to copy them down word for word. Not word for word, but you know what I'm saying. Well, you can, but if things don't come out right, tweak them to your settings, because everybody don't got the same microphone. Right now I'm talking through the Samsung Q2U microphone, and that's what I use to record this song. And that microphone is a dynamic microphone. Most cases people use condenser microphones. So you might got to tweak the settings a little bit, nothing major. Okay, now I'm going to go over what you need to be listening for and what you need to be paying attention to while mixing. You always want to make sure that your song is not clipping. I done been over that before, so you guys know what clipping is. It's basically when you look at the mastering down at the bottom of the screen and you want to make sure you don't hit the red. But yeah, that and keeping your vocals at a healthy level and making sure all your vocals are at the same level. So if you're punching in like how I punch in on my songs, make sure you got both of your audio tracks at the same amount. Another key thing is when you're recording to have the beat turned down to a reasonable amount to where the point it doesn't bleed through your headphones. Because once you get the beat mixed in with your vocals, it's going to bleed through and it's not going to sound good. So that's another important thing. But now I'm actually going to go into a track to let y'all see how I go about mixing or how I went about mixing this song in particular. Okay, so this is how I had the song mixed at first. This is literally the first day I got this microphone and I was so anxious to play with it. So you can see right here how I had the beat mixed. It definitely wasn't perfect. Now let's look at the vocals. I ain't gonna lie, these wasn't that perfect either, but I was just getting the microphone trying to play with it. I'm still not perfect with it, but I'm getting better and better. Okay, now let's go to where I revisited the track at. Okay, so how I mastered this one, you can see a big difference. You can see it's a lot more tracks, but it's still the same two voice tracks from my main vocals. I just copied them and pan one to the left and pan one side to the right. I'll show y'all. Alright gang, now that I showed y'all how to do that, let me actually show y'all what I got on my vocals, like all the little presets and stuff I got. And kind of off topic, but I feel like Bandlab needs to add plugins. Like we need to be able to export plugins from other places if we're using Bandlab on a computer. Okay, so first we got our de-esser. That will be located in the Dynamics tab. And everybody on this video should pretty much know what a de-esser does. It just takes away some of those harsh S's. And you can change the threshold to how much S you want in it. That really just comes down to personal preference though. So let's go ahead and get into the next effects that I used. Okay, next in the Dynamics, we got the graphic EQ. Now this is the one that's gonna vary for every microphone. So don't expect for this one to be perfect for yours, but you can try it. So basically what I did was just take out a little bit of the low end and add some clarity down at the bottom where you can see I boosted the clarity. So basically just play with the sliders so it sounds perfect for you. Okay, so next we got our compressor, which can also be found in the Dynamics tab. Now with this, you can change and play with the ratio. I'm not really exactly sure what it does, but I know it changes like how much it's compressed. It's really hard to explain. I don't really know how to grasp that. But yeah, y'all can copy everything else down and just find the right perfect ratio for you. The only reason I made it so high is because I don't have two compressors on here how I usually do. Okay, so next we got something that's very important to me, the space maker, which can be found in the reverb section. And y'all seen my whole video about this that I made about this, so you know I like this. It makes your vocals more wet, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't be as dry, and it just gives it a little more space, and it kind of like makes it more airy. I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know how it sounds. Okay, so next in this vocal chain, we got our D delay, which can be found in the delay tab. And now the time is always going to vary on different tracks and how you rap and what the beat is. You can just change that till it sounds right to you. It's the same way on the feedback and the two other filters, but I always advise you to have the dry level on 100 and the wet level somewhere between 7 and about 14. Okay, so next we got another equalizer, the EQ M3. And honestly, this is optional. I really just did it to give myself a little more high end. You see I turn the high up, but if you feel like your sound is bright enough already, you don't have to do it. And I turn the mid sweep up because my voice is real mid heavy and I felt like this just helped. Well, never mind, I did have a second compressor on this. I forgot about this. Lastly, I added a GTR squeeze just to give it more squeeze. Yeah, that's basically what it does. It gives it more compression. It brings out your words more. It'd be hard to explain these things, but trust me, once you put it on, you'll hear the difference. And don't be afraid to go ahead and play with the sustain and the levels until it sounds right to you. It's all about your personal preference. This is just mine. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I actually can mix your beats to make it more suitable for you to rap on. Because sometimes it's too aggressive, or the hi-hats ain't hitting hard enough, or the bass ain't loud enough, or just not enough of the instruments popping out. So I'm going to show you how y'all can start improving some of those things. And it's actually easier than you think. All you got to do is go over to the tone tab and go pick an equalizer. I went with the EQ M3, but you also can use a graphic EQ. Just to kind of EQ the beat to sit it exactly how you want it to sound. So on this beat in particular, I feel like it didn't have enough bass, so I added a little more low. You see that where I added low? That's just the bass. The mid is basically like the instruments and the main components of the beats. And I feel like that was just way too low in the mix, so I turned it up some. And I also turned up the mid sweep. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but I know it made the beat more aggressive. Like it made it clap harder, it made the claps harder and things like that. So those are simple ways that you could actually mix your beat. But if you go into the graphic EQ, there's way more tabs that you can lower and higher, so that'll be more ideal for mixing beats. But this is just the easy, quick way. So you don't actually just gotta turn up or down your beat. I could just mix it and turn down certain components I want. Trust me, you will be a lot more happy with your song quality once you EQ your beat to fit with your vocals. And then you'll thank me later, I promise you. Okay, gang, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give y'all another example of a song that I made a long time ago, and then I just came back and revisited it. You know how to EQ it up, get it right. Let y'all hear how it sounds, let me know what y'all think, man.
I'ma just keep it 100, baby. I gotta get to the bag. I'ma just keep it 100, baby. These niggas be stealing my swag. I'ma keep it 100 with you. I'ma shoot like Steve Nash. In a foreign car on the highway doing a dash. No, I can't crash. I inhale the gas. Had to put the toxic hoe right up in the past. Yeah, I'm headed to the top and I'm coming fast. I would never put a bitch right before my back. Niggas pillow talk the hoes and that shit sad. He tried to diss the gang, now he rockin' a shit bag. Okay, real life flexin' keep a Smith and Wesson. I'ma just keep it 100, baby. I gotta get to the bag. I'ma just keep it 100, baby. These niggas be stealing my swag. I'ma keep it 100 with you. I'ma shoot like Steve Nash. In a foreign car on the highway doing a dash. No, I can't crash. I inhale the gas. Had to put the toxic hoe right up in the past. Yeah, I'm headed to the top and I'm coming fast. I would never put a bitch right before my back. Niggas pillow talk the hoes and that shit sad. He tried to diss the gang, now he rockin' a shit bag. Okay, real life flexin', keep a Smith and Wesson. Which one do you like? Damn, which one do you like? Oh, which one is better? Which one is better?
Let me stop playing, man. But for real, which one y'all think sounded better? I feel like the one I just remixed sounded way better. It's way more clear, all that. Oh, and also, I ain't mentioned yet, but when I be having my auto-tune on, well, I just started doing this, it actually don't be at 100%. It just looks like it. I actually turned it to exactly 97%. but I keep my ad-libs on 100% auto-tune. So yeah, man, it's a whole lot of things you can do in Bandlab to get better sound. If y'all learned something new today, man, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, like, and comment if you got any questions or if you got anything that you know that can help me out or help anybody else out that's looking for help. Yeah, man, plenty new shit on the way. New music, new tutorials, all 2022. Y'all go run out my song, Big Wave, man. That bitch there a banger, man. And I want everybody to be blessed and have a nice day, man. I love y'all. No cap. It's our year. I'm going to tell y'all again.
To the grave for me. It's a big wave, yeah. It's a big wave, yeah. When I pop out, I be sharper than a switchblade.